Cheers!
Welcome to CraftyBitches!
We have a very special guest. Phil is here all the way from across
Melbourne.
the pond?
No, that's wrong.
Across the lake?
Across the world.
If it's the pond, then is the Pacific
The lake?
the lake? I don't know. I've never pondered this.
From down under.
From down under.
Yeah.
That's the really...
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
We got there in the end.
We're going to make a very festive drink to consume while we make a little crafty Christmas tree.
We're crafting all day.
It's a crafty day,
Yeah.
and so we need a crafty drink. And so we're making a Cranberry-Sage Shrub. I was explaining a little bit. A shrub is...
Andrew, what's a shrub?
Thank you for asking, April.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a shrub is kind of a jam of the beverage world.
Where's very good jam?
And you can make
Whatever.
shrubs out of everything. Peach shrubs, apricot shrubs.
Kufa hats, congas, MTV's Dan Cortez, asbestos, lupus, the magazines at Supercuts, Dan Cortez, skunks, K-fobs, Cookie Crisp, Dan Cortez.
You could do
Whatever's in
berry
season.
shrubs, whatever's
Lemon?
in season.
Lemon? Citrus? Shrubs?
I would have to look into that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on shrubs yet, but in the words of
The nights that say knee?
Another shrubbery!
no, there's 3 of her now. The Christmas Switch.
Oh.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa
In the
Hudgens.
words of Vanessa Hudgens, I'm so into shrubs right now.
So into shrubbing right now.
Well, so let's get to it.
We won't be cutting it with a herring. I'll stop now.
A herring!
So we have our cranberries. This was a package of 12 ounces. The recipe calls for 2 cups, but I figured that looked close enough to 2 cups. I added sage to this recipe because I think it's nice to have a little...
Was that a you touch?
It's a me touch. I've done an apricot and bay leaf shrub that was very delicious. So unfortunately it is not apricot season. We're gonna add this.
So that was quite a satisfying sound.
Yeah, it was. We're gonna add this to our saucepan along with a cup of sugar and 6 ounces of water.
Time to light the stove. Everyone back away.
Now call in an expert.
I know, right?
Yeah. Terrifying.
Were they frozen?
These were fresh, but you can use frozen according to the recipe.
Oh.
You're basically stewing fruit and then adding vinegar to it and using that syrup. You can mix it with sparkling water. You can mix it with an alcohol, you could choose gin or rum or vodka depending on what flavor compounds you have that you wanted to tequila, right? You could do, I think that's what the apricot and bay with tequila was really good. So we're gonna bring this to a boil and then we're gonna reduce the heat to medium and then we're gonna put this lid on for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Until they're bursting.
All right, well that's going, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a lid on it.
All right, well these definitely bursted. We might have had it a little high, but I'm sure it's all fine. And they say to use a potato masher, get that pectin out.
Do cranberries have natural pectin?
Oh yeah, lots. That's why cranberry sauce
It's so jelly.
is so jelly-like. We're gonna pour this into a fine mesh strainer set over a bowl. The instructions say to line the strainer with cheesecloth so that we can wring it out later, and I just didn't feel like doing that. Do you have cheesecloth?
I've got a nut bag.
Okay, that works.
Oh,
Perfect. Well, look at that. Thank you.
It's a
From the furthest way.
three-part process.
Looks like I'm casting a spell.
It does look like that.
So now we let this just sit like this, and when it's cool to touch, we'll squeeze it through a little bit, and then we'll whisk in the vinegar, and that's it.
Hey.
there you go.
Yeah, it's super easy. And because of this fabulous nutsack, what was it called?
That's what it's called. There's no other name for it. It is a nutsack.
Okay, great. We don't have to gather the edges of the cheesecloth. It's already a sack. So we're just gonna squeeze and try and get out as much of this delicious syrup. It really feels bizarre and like a science project for Halloween.
It looks like a heart
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, it does.
This really looks like a bloody nutsack, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
I'm a little upset.
Hopefully this doesn't get you guys like demonetized.
Right.
Like, what is this content?
Well, that's enough for me. If anyone wants to strain this
Do we want to
bloody nutsack more, that's up to them. Okay, so we have our beautiful cranberry liquid. We're going to add to that 2 tablespoons, an ounce of white wine vinegar. And then just whisk that in. So now, off camera, I'm going to pour the contents of this into this small pitcher, and we'll see how that goes. You can smell it's you can smell the sage, you can smell the vinegar.
You can.
Yeah. Oh, so I was reading, a shrub is an acidulated fruit beverage.
That is a $5 word.
A $5 word, acidulated. And the shrub refers to both the syrup and the drink, which we're about to make. You could do this with alcohol, you could do it with some lime juice would be nice. We're just gonna do it with what we have, which is this shrub and some sparkling water.
This is turning into an ASMR video.
Yeah. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers! That's nice.
That is nice. It's light. I mean, obviously you could add more syrup if you wanted.
Oh, that's good.
Taste the cranberry.
Should we do one stupid, like,